Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you how to do a blueprint function library. Now, to make one, all you need to do is you right click in your content browser, you go to Blueprints, Blueprint Function Library. Now, out of sheer originality, we're going to call it Test Function Library, and we're going to open it up. Now, first thing you see, you'll get the default new function. You can have variables that are local only to this blueprint, which is kind of handy, but we don't really need them just yet. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take a function, we're going to give it a different name because new functions we'll call it new test function. Because why not? Now, you can have a return node come off that, and to illustrate, what we're going to do is we're going to put an input and an output, same way you do a normal function. It's just in a different blueprint. So I'm going to put this input val and output. And let's make them strings so we don't have to do any little converting thingies for the print. So we're just going to take that, put it there. So anything you pass in will just go straight out again. Nothing special. Okay, so what can we draw this on? Let's use the jump. Why not? So you can call the test function. Here we go, new test function. So it comes under class, test function library, which is the name of the blueprint, and then you got test function, which is the function we just made. And there you go. Now, one thing that should be said is that this do not put print statements, do not put spawn actor from class in here. It will lead to crashing. It's the same as if you did it in here. You can't put those in here. Spawn actor and prints really should be in the main blueprint. So yeah. So what have we got here? Let's do the customary hello world as the input that we're passing in. And just to display it on the screen to prove it works, we're going to do a print string. And yeah. Okay, so compile, save. We're going to hit play, and there you go. There's the hello world. And that's it. Now, where this becomes portable is you can actually take this file, and it is a file, show in Explorer. And there it is. Test function library.uasset. Now you can take that uasset and then you can go and drop it into another project. So you can keep all of your common functions that you've made that you have to keep rewriting because you're going into a new project. And yeah. So say for example, like in my case, I've got a blueprint that handles the placement of a cube next to another cube and only has a line trace input and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what that does. Other real world examples of it. For example, I've got another one here that does something like this. So for example, this is part of what I'm developing at the moment. Takes in a few variables, breaks it down into a map of strings, which is then going to make up a HTTP request. And then I've got something that I think goes the other way. somewhere. But anyway, so yeah, we've got object-to-object snapping, which is what I've done for this one. So I can now take this and I can go and put this into another project without having to reconnect and rewire this entire mess. It also makes developing across multiple machines rather handy, because you can then say, you can have a friend of yours, you can have a friend, you know, making one of these functions in a blank project, and they can just email the UAsset file and you've got it. So that's how that works. There's not really much else to say with it. It's just a nice little simple handy feature that everybody should be probably using. Yeah.